Welcome to Build Better Teams, the podcast for leaders who want to improve collaboration, strengthen communication, and create real alignment inside their teams. Here we explore team building strategies, leadership development, and hands-on approaches like Lego Serious Play that help teams think, build, and solve problems together. Let's get started so you can lead more effective, aligned, and engaged organizations. Hello, and welcome back to the Build Better Teams podcast. I am your host, strategic leadership and team facilitator, Shannon Russell. Today, we're talking about creative, out-of-the-box ideas for team building workshops. What is the difference between a team building experience that people actually remember and one that they forget by the next morning? The answer is participation. Because let's be honest, most workplace events are passive. People sit, they listen, they watch a speaker speak at them. Maybe they clap politely while secretly checking Slack under the table or checking their emails. But real engagement happens when people actively participate. That's why we are talking about creative team building workshops that actually bring teams together in meaningful ways. One of my favorite approaches is Lego Serious Play. That is a method that I've loved, that I've been certified in for many, many years. And no, it's not about playing with toys. It's about helping teams think differently. When people build with their hands, they access ideas and perspectives that often don't come out in traditional meetings. Everyone participates, everyone contributes, and suddenly conversations are being more honest, collaborative, and productive because you are building something with your hands and showing that idea to others. I call this the think with your hands approach. And I've seen it work time and time again. I get hired by companies all over North America to come in and work with them. Whether it's a small team workshop of executives or leaders or a large company-wide event, there are ways that we can bring people together using Lego Serious Play. And they actually come out of it remembering this very unique and memorable experience rather than just a lecture that was given where you clapped and you went on with your day. Another powerful option are improv workshops. Improv teaches employees how to listen, how to adapt, how to communicate, and most importantly, how to support each other in real time. It helps people become more comfortable with uncertainty, which honestly describes most workplaces right now. Think of an improv show that you might have attended at a comedy club. You see those actors up on stages and they're saying yes and, right? They are getting a prompt of some kind, they're acting it out, and then they're leaving it open to the person next to them. The person next to them has to bounce off an improvised idea that can lead to the conversation, to the skit going on longer. There's no script, there's no lines to read. You're going off the cuff with ideas that are in your head and you're playing off each other. Improv also usually involves a lot of laughter too, a lot of laughing at each other in a great way. And honestly, teams need that release so much these days. Another idea I'm seeing pop up more and more are comedy workshops. It's actually another surprisingly effective team building tool because humor lowers defenses. When people laugh together, they feel aligned and their barriers come down, and then communication improves. The psychological safety of the room grows. There are troops that will come in and they'll provide the comedy, calling out people in the audience and getting them involved. And that's really fun. It's a fun way, again, to get out of the box, out of your normal day-to-day, and be actively learning and participating, rather than have someone share a couple laughs on stage and then, again, you just go back to business. Creative workshops are a unique idea. And they don't just stop with getting people to laugh and build and engage. There are so many creative workshop ideas out there that we could talk about. I'm going to list a few, and if you hear one that really sparks your interest, let me know. I'd be happy to do an episode on any one of these. There are storytelling workshops. There are escape room challenges. There are collaborative art projects. There are music or drumming experiences. There are sound baths. You can book an innovation lab where it's STEM-based and experimental, and you're actually getting hands-on creating projects. There are design thinking activities, even interactive strategy sessions. No matter what you choose, the common thread is simple. It's that your team members, the people that you depend on to build the business and carry the goals of the company forward, are learning better by doing. They're not just listening. You are asking them to participate, and it allows for those quieter team members to have their voice heard. It might feel a little uncomfortable for some of your team members in the beginning of a workshop like this, but then they get excited and they're engaged and they're not just falling asleep in their seat. They cannot stay quiet. They are being asked to share their ideas, their visions with their team members. And that's what you want. If you are paying these people to be on your team, you value them. You value what they bring to the table. And by bringing a creative workshop or event into your office, you are actually asking and allowing each team member, each employee, each leader to show up, to participate, to contribute, and to communicate. And as we all know, in today's workplace, there is so much communication happening through screens or apps or Zoom calls or emails. Active participation matters now more than ever because teams don't build trust by sitting silently in rows watching slides or strumming on the keyboard behind their computer at home. Your team members will build trust by interacting, creating, solving problems, and experiencing something memorable together. Now, if your organization wants stronger communication, better collaboration, and more engaged employees, then it may be time to rethink what team building actually looks like. Less passive listening, more active participation. Trust me, more times than not, the best way to move your team forward is to get them building and creating together. I could talk all day about creative workshops and events, but I'm going to leave this episode right here where it is. And of course, if you are interested in bringing a Lego Serious Play workshop, offsite, event, or networking event to your company, reach out to me. I would be happy to set this up just for you. Connect with me at buildbetterteamsconsulting.com. The link is in the show notes below. I want to thank you for listening to the Build Better Teams podcast. I am your host, Shannon Russell, and I will be back with another new episode very soon. Make it a great day.